Hi everyone, thank you for joining. In this video we're going to solve an interesting positive integers equation. So we are given that a and b are positive integers and we want to find the values of a and b such that this equality holds, right? If you like to pause the video and try it yourself first, then we could go over it together. Right. So let's rearrange the equation. We have 2 to the power of a is equal to b squared minus 1. Difference of squares. So we have b minus 1 into b plus 1 is equal to 2 to the power of a. Right? So 2 to the power of a is always greater than, well, it's always positive. That implies b must be greater than 1. Right? So that the right-hand side is also positive. Right? Since b minus 1 times b plus 1 is equal to 2 to the power a, we can let b minus 1 is equal to 2 to the p and b plus 1 equal to 2 to the power of q, where p is an integer greater than or equal to 0 and q is an integer which is greater than p. So in other words, what we have is we have 2 to the power of a is equal to 2 to the p times 2 to the q. So that implies we must have a is equal to p plus q, right? This is an equation we will use in a moment. We also have that 2 to the q minus 2 to the p is equal to b plus 1 minus b minus 1. So that gives us 2. So we have 2 to the q minus 2 to the p is equal to 2. Well, we said that p must be greater than or equal to 0. Now, we can make this condition more strict by saying p must be strictly greater than 0, because if p is equal to 0, we will have 2 to the 0 there. In other words, we will have 2 to the q is equal to 3, which is impossible, right? We have an odd number on the right-hand side and an even number on the left, okay? So we are saying that p must be strictly greater than 0. We also know that p is less than q. That's something we have specified here. This implies that 2 to the p must divide 2. Mix in this statement with this equation. That's what it implies. So in other words, we must have p is equal to 1. If we sub that in, we will have 2 to the power of q minus 2 to the power of p, so that's 2 is equal to 2. That implies 2 to the q is equal to 4, so we have q is equal to 2. But we also said that a is equal to p plus q, so that implies a is equal to 1 plus 2. That's equal to 3, so we have a is equal to 3. And the equation was 2 to the a plus 1 is equal to b squared. That implies 2q plus 1 is equal to b squared. So we have 8 plus 1, which is 9. That's equal to b squared, implies b is equal to 3, right? A is 3, b is 3. So the solution is a is equal to b, and that's equal to 3. Okay, right. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting and inspiring. Thank you very much for joining, and I look forward to seeing you in my future videos. Thank you.